Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where we are back here in the chamber crossroads with Bosie, who seems to be a little worried.
I am worried that the account in the book of Masabul might happen again.
It is worse than I expected, Pine Sea. Balene's final lot was grim. I've not yet read it all, but there is much where we should take as a warning. They were greatly outnumbered, but seemed not to know this until it was too late. Return to the Chamber of Leadership off the 21st Hall in Zelim and tell my cousin Broker to use more caution. I'm worried that if we don't take lessons from Balene's expeditions, we may be doomed to his fate. Perhaps I'm overreacting. Indeed, I hope that this is the case. Regardless, bring my warning to Broker as quickly as you can. Alright, that means we need to head back to the 21st Hall. Hello there, Broker. It appears that Bosie is quite worried.
Bosie is worried for nothing. This time will be different.
My cousin is always worried too much. Balene came to a bad end, yes, but this time it will be different. Look at all the victories that we've already had in so short a time. We'll be fine, Pine Sea. Don't heed Bosie's groundless worrying. He always does this. Moria has cost us too much already. Surely the worst is behind us. Okay.
My nephew has come up with a daring plan. You should ask him about it.
My nephew's conceived a diversionary strike against a certain hall in the deep to draw the orcs of the White Hand from their camp. This way, a second group could enter the camp and defeat its leader. It will be dangerous for both groups, but it is a good plan. Imagine it. With one axe blow, we'll cut off the head of the White Hand presence in Moria. Bosie's fears will be assuaged at the face of such a victory. Will you help my nephew Bori with the preparations for the strike? He grieves still for Broing and feels that he must earn honor doubly for himself and for my slain son. If this strike is successful, he will have done so. All right. Well, what do you say about that, Bori?
We need weapons and armor that can be repaired or melted down.
Even if my plan goes smoothly, both groups of dwarves will be in danger. Orcs of the White Hand are deadly, and there is sure to be some fighting. We're low on equipment, though, and certainly lack the armor and weapons my two teams will require. If you can find dented armor, broken blades, and cracked shields of orcs throughout Zelim the Red Horn Lows, and within their camps, this equipment might be repaired. If they are too damaged, we can melt them down and use them to make new weapons and armor. In either case, I'll be able to equip my teams with the weapons and armor victory has required. Yes, acquired, yes. Okie dokie. What else? Oh, you want Dwarves of Courage?
My plan requires as many courageous dwarves as will volunteer.
One group will make a feint against the guard junction at the eastern road, and I will lead the other against Stagsnach, the encampment of the White Hand. Speak with the dwarves of the 21st Hall and recruit as many of them as you can. Bring to their mind visions of honor and valor, for there will be both in great supply. Once the White Hand has been driven from Moria, we will have peace beneath the mountains. Okay. What about the other orcs here? Why is this attack?
I need to know the lay of Stosnak if my plan is to succeed.
One team of dwarves will lead the diversionary strike to an outpost on the eastern road in order to draw the main body of the White Hand orcs out of their camp. At that time, a second group will stealthily enter into Stagsnach and defeat the White Hand leader. I need information about their locations, Piney. examine the strength of the force along the eastern road, and become familiar with the layout of Stogschnack. I want you to collect barrels of black powder from Stogschnack and return them to me. We must apprise these of this dangerous weapon wherever we can. Investigate these locations and return to me with any information that you discover. My father is always telling me that information is among a dwarf's mightiest weapons. How we wield that information that you bring back will determine the success of my plan. Okie dokie. Whew. Well, that's quite an order. Well now, let's see if we could recruit some dwarves for this action. Hello, how would you like to join in on a raid against the White Hand Orcs?
Oh, glorious day! We shall soon restore Moria.
Why bother? Welcome! Is it not the 21st Hall, the grandest sight in all Khazad-dûm? Why would I leave this place? We've encountered no dangers here whatsoever, and I have this to be a sign that the dwarves have won Zelen-Melek. We have established a great foothold here, and you are just in time for the celebration. If you would be so kind, please distribute this ale to the fine dwarves who have done such great work here. They have earned it. I'm trying to recruit for a mission here. Oh, boy. This is madness. Alright, would you rather have a drink, or would you like to join in on a raid against the White Hand Orcs?
Many foul things dwell in the depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
I'm afraid I'm not available for either. I am Derry, and I hail from the Lonely Mountain. It is hard to believe that we are truly treading in the ancient paths of Khazad-dûm, is it not? It is enough to kindle the flame in the heart of even the stoniest dwarf. There is one thing to which I have particular interest, the mirrors that you may have seen about the 21st Hall. I believe that there are 4 of them, and have a theory about what they are. Could you go and record the information about the mirrors, such as the rotation, the location, and so forth? I would like to study them. Okay. Sounds like nobody's interested in anything. Well, what about this one right over here? Hello there. Would you rather have a drink, or would you rather join in a raid against the 21st? Against the White Hand Orcs?
The House of Durin will live forever.
Ooh, ale from Mogre? Oh, while I am tasked with repairs? Well, I suppose there can be no harm in it. What's the rush anyhow? What's the rush anyhow? Well then, what about this one? Would you rather have ale? Or how about you like to join us for a raid against the White Hand Orcs?
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
A celebration already? Well, that's grand news. I wasn't aware that we made such great strides here, but I will take this as a sign of success. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. How about somebody in the crafting area? Ah, here, this looks like a promising sort. I'd like to join us for a raid against the White Hand Orcs.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Oh, do not question my valor, but I will not follow young Bori to my death. Lord Broger has already lost a son on this endeavor, unless someone wiser than Bori leads this assault against Stagach. I fear that Lord Bolsey will lose his as well. Ooh, boy. Well, you don't need a drink either. No, you want to keep a clear head. Oh, well, I suppose. Not everyone here is overly optimistic. Let's see. How about you? I'd like to join us in a raid against the White Hand Orcs.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
I have a great deal of respect for Bori, of course, but I have enough work to do without casting stones and a nest of hornets. This plan is ill-conceived, and unless Lords Bosi and Broger order it otherwise, I will not be a part of it. Okay, well, so much for that. He's on guard duty, so I guess he doesn't plan to join in. Well, how about a drink?
The Lords of Moria have returned.
Ale from Foreman Moger? Now? Is it really so safe that I can drink ale while I'm on watch? Well, I suppose if the foreman thinks so, then there can be no harm in it, right? I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Well, hello there. Would you like a drink?
The House of Durin will live forever.
I don't need my wits about me for this easy post. Gardenia's Hall is nothing. Not an enemy in sight. Okay, well, let's continue along here and see if we can find anyone. Hello there. How would you like to join in a raid against the White Hand Orcs?
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane.
I will gladly volunteer for young Bori's mission. The sooner the White Hand is cast out from Moria, the safer we'll all be. Let none call Stillig a coward. Alright, I have recruited one for the task. Actually, isn't there? Yes, there is a mirror over here. So let's take a quick look at this. Yeah. Alright, got it. Now, let's see if we can find anyone else who would like to join in this fabulous plot. Ah! Here looks like we have a couple of promising candidates. Hello there. How would you like to join in a fabulous raid?
These halls will be great once more.
What's this plan of Boris? A diversionary strike? I'm old-fashioned, and I do not appreciate such tactics. The enemy should be challenged head-on. Even if this were more to my liking, I have too many tasks at my plate, and not enough time in which to complete them. It is a shame that I can't fight alongside the young master. Oh, well. Yep, that is true. A lot of people are pretty busy here. Hello there, how would you like to join in a raid against the White Hand Orcs?
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
I've already have tasks to do. I'm sorry that I can't help Bori with his mission, but I respect him for his understanding. It looks like the ones on this side at least have some respect for Bori, even if they're not willing to join in or anything like that. Alright, here is just one more here. Hello there, Wheelie.
I will help Bori with his errand. Great honor will be ours.
Great honor will be ours. Baruch Hazard. Alright, so I think that's enough on the recruiting side. Unless one of these, yeah, but these are guardsmen. I can just imagine what they're going to say. Need a drink?
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Foreman Moger has sent ale? How thoughtful! If he is confident that the hall is secure, then so am I. Pour me a drink. Right. Wonderful. And that's 5. Oh yes, isn't there somebody down in this direction that is working busily on things? Yes, there he is.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Well now, I was about to set to repair the scaffolding, but I suppose that it can wait, eh? Pour me a glass of ale, friend. Okie dokie. Well, we've taken care of that. Oh, is there a problem?
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
By Durin's beard, what is Foreman Mugger about? No ale for me, thank you. I need to stay sharp. Is that fool of a dwarf letting down his guard already? While it is true that there have been no intrusions upon the work here, and that we made great progress, I don't believe Zelemelek is safe yet. Alright, well, there seems to be some difference of opinion.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
Pooh, pooh! Rain is clever, to be sure, but he always spoils everything with his zeal for overcaution. Okie dokie. Ooh. Not much. What was that? Oh, I just started a new deed. Alright, that's the first quest for this area.
Perhaps soon we will toast our victory against the Orcs of Moria.
I grow weary of Rain's constant fretting. His open complaints are bad for business here, you know. How about this? You're new here and unbiased. Why not patrol the wide hall? If it's free of enemies, Rain must put his fears to rest. I believe that this is a fair compromise. If I am right, the dwarves can celebrate their victory without hesitation. Alright, fine. I will. The compromise is to put the mariner to work. We will begin with the east side of the hall. I don't see any orcs here. Many orc arrows litter the floor on the 21st hall near the arch leading eastwards. You should collect the orc arrows and show them to Mogr at the 21st hall as evidence that foes have passed this way not too long. I don't know when they passed through here, but it does show that there are orc arrows here, and that I will presume that orcs have been here at some point. There we go. There we go. Anything up here? Okay. And any other arrows about? Oh, I missed that one before. Good. Ah, here's another one. And oh, I see another. So half a dozen arrows around here. Well, I guess that's what we find on this direction. So let's then head out this way to see what we can find. Ah, I find another mirror. Well, let's make a note on this one. And that's 2 mirrors described. Now, the next area seems to be near the Chamber of Leadership. I mean, we certainly don't want to find orc presence in that area, that's for sure. Because if they're planning something nefarious there, well, that means they may wind up attacking our leadership before we have a chance to attack theirs. Let's see. What do you got here? There are no enemies in sight, but something catches your eye. The torches around the south arch have been blown out, and a chill draft near the hall has filled you with a bit of dread. Ooh, why does it fill me with dread? Is it a dread wind? Who knows? But it's time to light some of these torches. Or relight them, I guess, is the more appropriate word. 2 and 3. With that all settled, now let's find the last remaining of the areas that I need to search, but it looks like we also have another one of those mirrors that I need to examine. There we go. I think that means we have one more mirror left. We also have one more location to search for enemies. Now this is the way I came in, and I didn't notice anything regarding enemies then. So everything should be fine, right? There are no enemies in sight, but what? You cannot help but notice a great deal of rubble in the particular section of the 21st hall. You should investigate the rubble to see if the dwarves should be concerned about the stability of the ceiling. Okay. I suppose I can do that. Anything around here? Ah! Look at this. Something's fallen, right? Here. What have we got? This rubble indicates the instability of the structure of the hall. All sorts of things to indicate the instability of the structure. So, not orcs, but I suppose that if you have a huge stone fall on your head, it doesn't matter whether or not the stone actually wanted to try to kill you. If it hits you on the head, you're still gone. There you go. Now, shouldn't there be one more mirror around here somewhere? Ah, there it is. The final mirror. Then we could report that, and we could report what I found in this area, which so far isn't all that much. I finished examining the mirrors.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Now let me take a look at these recordings.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
According to your own documentation, the mirrors seem to be pointed to one another from the four corners of the 21st hall. The only one that doesn't match the others is this third one. I wonder, would you be so good as return to the third mirror and give it a little push? I would like to see what happens if it aligns properly. Okay, fine. I will see what I can do about that mirror. And meanwhile, I've examined everything.
The House of Durin will live forever.
Well, no enemies, just as I said. You see, Rain, it is time for you to quit your crusade against our folks celebrating the victory of claiming Zelim-Melek for this expedition. By the way, I also found these arrows.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
These arrows could have been from any time, really. 1 year or 100. I do not see what your discovery signifies, but I thank you for your efforts, just the same. Oh well. He's not impressed.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Are you blind, Moger? Piney reported many other things amiss. Crumbling support, filth everywhere, and evidence of orcs or goblins having come through here not all that long ago. He seems to have a difference of opinion in this matter.
Oh, glorious day. We shall soon restore Moria.
Rain is a squeaky wheel, and is ruining the morale of my dwarves, and of me as well. I think it will do good for him to carry on the expedition of Zelim-Melek. Perhaps, then, he will see once and for all that there's no danger here worth fussing over. I hear there's a grand hall to the south of here that awaits exploration. You should join him, Piney. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. But I think I will wait on doing that. Instead, I will go and deal with that mirror. Yeah, this seems to be the one that's out of line. Let's go and give it a little push. There we go. Let's see if that does anything. I give it a nudge.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Aha! Light! I knew it! The mirrors are an ancient light system of Moria. This technology is brilliant, but it has long been forgotten. What an incredible discovery! Alright. And I get a ring for that. Whatever. Well, with that done, it is now time for us to do that little survey with Rain, but that'll be in the next episode of River and Sea.